computer. My computer, seconds before I was going live the first time, decided to just turn off. So no idea why that is.
Okay.
And Christie obviously has the volume up loud.
I did it on purpose so I could make sure we could hear. I just said I was going to do that.
Wow. She should tell me these things.
He just doesn't listen.
Kind of true. I don't. So we just want to check in. I do have to go to the doctor's very soon. And graphics, everything's on my other computer. And what do we got here? I'm going to leave this on chat. We'll see if the chat works today.
Your mom.
Hello, Mom. Good day. So how is everybody doing today? Just write a comment and let us know. Obviously, we don't have the Zoom running, so can't bring you in. But it is going to happen, God willing, tomorrow. It's so weird. Yeah, because there is so much dust at our house.
Okay, but to be honest, he's had a problem with that power cord. Because I moved something one day and he's like, no, don't touch it. Just get it. So
it is true. I really should have replaced the power cord. And it's a typical cord that's been being used for 30 flipping years. It's like you can buy it from China for a quarter if you buy it in a volume. So, nobody has written down. How about over there?
No, your mom and Shirley are on. That's got going this morning. And good morning, ladies.
Hello, Christie.
I did not hear. I had a really quick. Sean was doing this. I would have known he was having difficulties. I'd have done a little bit more. I'd put the bare necessities of makeup on.
But with this camera, you can't tell.
But I can hardly tell.
Like it is a horrible looking camera. Where the other one we use, the A6400.
Oh, my cousin Lauren is watching. Good morning, Lauren.
Hello, Lauren. We hope you're doing lovely north of the border. Because today it's perfect here. I mean, it is absolutely perfect. Wow. Christie's got a little bit of sweat going in between your brow there. I gave you the finger. I'm sorry about that.
Good thing with this computer, I can hardly see anything. We are wanting to go to Canada, obviously, to see my dad and stuff. And finally found tickets that are not horrible. Yes, we have a 17-hour layover in Dallas, which, I mean, that's not a horrible flight to have to do. And I've never been to Dallas, so hey, might be fun.
Both Shirley and Lauren say good morning.
Yeah.
So hello, Lauren. Rub it in that it's nice where you are. Yeah, we get to do so much. Can't use the beach, though.
But our biggest problem is that our driver's license is expired.
Yeah, on April 17th.
And the offices are closed, so we can't renew them. And obviously, we can't go up to Canada with expired driver's licenses because otherwise we're stuck. I mean, we'd be out in South Cooking Lake with no way to get anywhere. So we are hoping that the offices close soon, and then I will be
open.
Yes.
You got sweat coming down here too.
Why are you pointing that out?
I have no idea. So yeah, we need a few things and need to get in order before we can take off, and we're good to go. Hi, Shay. Thanks, Mom. She says Christie to her.
Aww. Your mom needs glasses, though. Do you have your glasses on, Judy?
Yeah, Mom. Get your glasses on. So yeah, I'm still sitting because the doctor got to go there today, get all that sorted out. So I'm starting to take another drug.
He's like on a 15.
No, I backed off everything else except for the blood pressure meds and these gout meds. So now the gout meds are interfering with my heart rate meds on my blood pressure. So it skyrocketed again. So for whatever reason, when I take the gout meds, which is the only thing that's fixing this, because it has been almost 2 flipping weeks since I've had this. And normally it's a 3 to 5 day thing. So now I'm taking these and it's really me up. So yeah, but I had to go to the doctor's anyway. So what are you doing?
Just checking to see who else. Kim Cable is watching. Hello, good morning, Kim.
Good morning.
She's on Mexico Life.
And we are just a couple doors away from Kim.
Yes, we are. All right.
So yeah, go back and just do the standard. So we just wanted to check in and let you guys know, still not on Zoom. But
Terry and Leslie are watching on Elements. I don't know how I got back to Elements.
Terry and Leslie.
I was trying to find yours.
So what can we talk about? This is getting old. It is just getting stinking old. So on PragerU, the guy who started it, can't remember his name for the life of me at this moment, but there's something about being an adult. And I watched it this morning, 25 minutes, but I watch all of my YouTube videos on double speed. And good morning, Leslie. We see you up here on the main screen.
So she must be Elements one, I think.
Look at that. Oh my gosh. And there, I mean, I've got people that I can do this with. But one of the things that he was talking about is when you're an adult, it's not an age. If you start asking yourself, you know, what is the price? That's kind of the first question, because everything has a price. You get married, has a price. Stay single, price. But he was talking about the price of this pandemic. Nobody's asking what's the price. They say, oh, you're going to save some lives, blah, blah, blah. But what does it cost? And, you know, even people who say, you have no idea, you know, because you're not at risk. I'm at huge risk. And I think that the cost is way too high and I want to just get out there and risk my life. And the other thing was talking about the chloroquine. I haven't pronounced it right. But that drug is absolutely phenomenal. And the only fact that I'm talking about it and the other folks is because Trump came out and says, hey, you know what? I think this is going to work. And it is working and it is saving lives. And only nut jobs.
Okay, no.
Only nut jobs.
The hatred of Trump
is so strong. They're risking human lives, yet we're all trapped in houses.
So we have a few more people that are. Shay said hi.
Hi, Shay.
Karina gave her little sign with a unicorn. Deborah Estridge is asking where we're going to Alberta to visit my dad.
Yeah, her dad is.
My dad has cancer and it's spreading, so I want to go see him.
Things east of us are opening some, but not in BC. Yeah,
Alberta's starting to open. Yeah.
I guess in Canada, you guys have legal weed, and they just figure everybody's half baked, so nobody even notices this is going on.
My cousin David said hi.
Hello, David.
And he's asking how things are going with us. Going good.
Yes, very good.
Karina is starting to hallucinate. She doesn't know, but yes, I'm. You also can't communicate. Hallucinating and not communicating.
But you can't communicate.
When you figure out exactly what you're trying to tell me, message me, baby.
Yes.
And then Memo Moringa Old Farah. Greetings from Loda Marcos.
Hello, good morning. Yeah, that is something that we really should be taking is way more moringa. We've got a whole bunch of treats, and moringa is absolutely amazing. I take that drug, and I had a bad chest infection while I was down there. I don't think that it works. You're actually, if it's the chloroquine, you're supposed to take it with vitamin D and preferably with this specific antibiotic. And antibiotics really mess up the blood pressure meds that I'm on. Actually, it says, you know what? It works great. Very, very little side effects, but it pretty much mixes with every other drug and causes really bad issues. So don't take it.
David's just making sure I know which David it is. Yes, I knew it was my cousin David. I knew it.
And I think she said my cousin David.
I do think so, but maybe I didn't. But I know it's my cousin David, and he's watching. First, I think, is this the first time, David? Maybe you don't get up this early normally? I don't know.
When we're late today. It's 10:41.
Exactly. That's why maybe he's on, because maybe he's not here around 9 or 10.
So how is everybody else doing? Just tell us how you're doing with this whole house arrest thing. I mean, quarantine thing. And this is the first time in the history of the world where healthy people are being quarantined. Oh my God. This is so weird.
Oh, yes. And Karina, oh good, really? You want me to figure it out? Just impossible. I agree, honey. You just stay with your puppies and...
Yeah, we really do need to get a new bank account right away.
Yeah. Karina, if you can't help us, I'll tell you. Just kidding.
Yeah, so Terry's talking about the hydrochloroquine, blah, blah, blah. Yes, vitamin D and an antibiotic, but a very specific antibiotic. And those together, amazing. But it does have issues. I mean, it's been being used for 60 or 70 years for other things.
Yeah. Debbie Graham is watching. Wendy Kuffler is watching. Good morning, ladies.
Thank you, Kimberly. She said she's
Kim. Yeah, and Deborah said the same thing. Robert Bertrand, well, good morning.
Hello, Robert. So yeah, we're going to have Zoom on here. We can bring people on. Not today. It was supposed to be today, but the computer's down, so.
We have to go downtown, so maybe we'll see if that computer place is open, although I kind of doubt it, but we can check. It's snowing and raining in Red Deer. I know, that's why I'm not really sad I can't head up to Alberta yet because of the weather, but of course I would like to see my daddy. My mom, of course. But
we have seen incredible snow in May. When we lived on the corner house with the blue tree, we had this giant Mayday tree, and it snowed so heavy that the Mayday to about a meter sideways. It was incredible. And it took 2 years, I think, before it straightened.
So Karina is saying that she's waiting for the laptop and she doesn't want me to pick on her because she's the best. And there is no one like her. That is 100% true. There is nobody like you, Karina. And David said that he doesn't usually get up till 10. Wow, nice life there.
So yeah, we're
and
so
Eva,
sorry.
Good morning.
It's snowing, but for us, the last Canada in Sylvan Lake, the August long weekend.
When we still lived there, not when we visited.
The August long weekend, it snowed. I knew at that moment that I was done.
Well,
done,
and we at that time we did farmers markets, and so it was really cold when you were out there 6 o'clock in the morning setting up.
No, but this was in the evening. Remember, it was 5 to 7:30, 7:30.
That was our evening one,
and
yes.
We were on the water. We actually had worked in a negotiation with the province and the city, and we got it on the water. So it is the August long weekend. We're expecting it to be packed, and it snowed. And that is the next morning I got up, went to Canadian Tire and bought a propane heater with a dual head. And it was like, why hadn't we done this 2-3 years previous? Because it was magical to be warm all the time.
Wendy is asking if we are driving up. We kind of are toying with it a little bit. We are looking to buy a new truck, but John's just not sure he wants to
put all those kilometers
on a new vehicle, although it's a good way to break it in, I feel. And it doesn't matter if we're driving or not. We don't have driver's licenses right now. So now we've been told that we're safe here in town because the office is closed. But the Canadian government isn't going to feel the same way. I don't think I've ever been stopped in Alberta for a ticket. I don't think I've ever received a ticket in Alberta. I mean, I did my little radar one once when I was there in my mom and dad's car.
What?
But
did you really?
Yeah.
What? This is the first I'm hearing about this. Oh my gosh.
You are on a need-to-know basis.
Apparently. So Leslie, I'm glad the wineries are open where you are, so that way you can still, partake in the local customs.
Do you not have air conditioning? Yes, we do have air conditioning. It's just, you shouldn't need it at 10 o'clock in the morning. That's all I can say. But it's going to get to that point where...
It's perfect. This morning is actually kind of perfect. So it is a little on the humid side.
Yeah.
Don't know why, but
because it's Mexico and that's what they do.
It has been abnormally cool.
Abnormally
cool.
So because for this half hour before we came on here, I was rushing around trying to get things done. And so I feel with me, even with air conditioning, I would probably still be sweating a little bit.
Yeah. So this morning though, Christie was a little on the slow side. We both woke up late. Last night was my best night in 2 weeks for sleeping.
So that means it was my best night in 2 weeks too for sleeping, because when he gets up, he wakes me up.
Yeah. So this morning I'm saying, well, are we doing coffee time? Yes, blah, blah, blah. So then time comes and it's like almost 10 o'clock. I'm like, are you ready? She's like, I haven't even put my makeup on. I've got a shower. I'm like, oh my God. So it was kind of...
you know what? I had a quick shower. Yeah. It was after 10 when I got in the shower, and I was done by 20 after or so.
And we have an on-demand water heater, which is magical.
Now that it works.
It worked previous. Christie had no idea how it worked. But it is now working fantastic, except now we don't have our water softener set up yet. Why is that?
Don't start. I'm just looking. Jean Westby is watching, so good morning. Andrea Wilkman Wilkeman is saying that they're driving up to Minnesota.
When is that?
We still don't have driver's licenses. We cannot leave until we get them. No matter how we get up there. Unless you want to take a driver's test in Canada. Oh, you're not going to fit. Pass.
Did you say driver's test?
Lori Gall is watching. Good morning, Lori. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful birthday weekend. And Lori,
in the bathroom.
Lori, she joined us on Saturday night for our little conversation, and she was in the bathroom. She was at someone's house, and there was a few other people there, so I'm guessing she didn't want to interrupt, but yet they all came in to say hi.
They had this massive party for her, so she goes to the bathroom, hey guys, blah, blah, blah.
I thought that was really adorable.
And then the owner of the house pops in, and then a bunch of other people. Yeah, it was kind of strange that they'd all.
So it was really, really cute.
It was awesome. And she was in Moose Jaw, which is the most Canadian name I've ever imagined for a place. Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan.
Is that Canadian?
Moose Jaw. It's the jaw of a moose. And they're like, name a town after it.
David, we will be coming to Edmonton no earlier than the end of May.
No earlier?
No earlier than the end of May.
Why?
Because the offices, as my understanding, they're not opening until the end of May. To get our driver's license. There are tickets. I could go up as early as the 18th. But until we get our driver's licenses, we leave. I mean, we can leave. I just won't be able to drive in Canada. So, and I'm not going to do that, because then how am I going to help my parents, et cetera, et cetera? I'd have to hire myself a driver.
Bye, let's have a great shop. Get some yeast. Yeast.
Good morning, Rosemary. That's my son. My Spencer, our youngest son.
He's crazy. He's nuts.
He wants Taylor to do that. Yeet. So when you say yeast, it just kind of goes with it. It's just kind of silly.
Yeast.
April and Bill are watching. Good morning. Now, Andrea is saying that Roy lost his passport, so they have to wait till the office is open in Topeka to get it replaced and then heading up. We heard they will open on the 15th or so. Well, I wonder if I could go to Topeka to get my driver's license. If I could do that, I would be willing to do it. Look into it here too. I said April and Bill, or April. I'm sure not both April and Bill, but if you're both watching, good morning.
Good morning.
And Rosemary said, good morning, gang.
Now, with April and Bill, they just did a whole bunch of dispensas and delivered those. So if any of you want to send them some cash, you can go to April and Bill Mittens, and you'll see them on here.
Or Casalita Sweets is another one that they use.
Yeah, so just go there and send them some cash. They're in the Nuevo Hereditaris area.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're not going to go through everybody that's doing it. It's just right now
there's a lot. There's a lot of people that are helping out. So, and there's still a lot of people that are in need. Are you plagued with mosquitoes? You know, Rosemary, I had just asked John this morning. I don't usually get by mosquitoes. When I said if you had bites.
I thought you meant by you. So I was like, no. But
I have these little red welts, and I'm not sure what they are. I don't know if you can see it. Those couple little ones there. Gives me blue streaks?
Yeah, from
these two little, a few more. You want to see?
No, I don't think I've been getting any bites, but it doesn't bother me anymore, so I have no idea.
If it expired in Mexico, will issue me one in Canada? I'm not sure I want a Canadian driver's license.
And ours is a Mexican driver's license, to be clear.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they would.
And it's been almost 17. Our driver's license is probably actually. I think that was one thing that we never even thought of before we left about driver's licenses. I think they expired really quickly after we left.
It was last night. I said to her, we're sitting upstairs. I said, so how are we going to drive to Canada with no licenses?
No, but we can't leave without a driver's license, period, because I'm not going to not drive in from there. So there you have it.
Yeah.
I still want to drive. I think it would be nice to drive a truck. And then if we want to stop and do some shopping along the way, we don't have to worry about the weight of our suitcases.
My favorite thing, though, on the airplane site, says you must quarantine when you come to Canada.
Yeah, for 14 days.
Come on. This
So
is
not
crazy.
sure. That's another thing too, because I'm not sure how all that will work exactly.
Yeah. I'm not quarantining in Canada.
Yeah, well, Rosemary, maybe that's the same. They're driving me crazy now, and I don't normally get bit. John's usually the person that gets bit. So,
And if they're biting her, I'm excited because that means my blood is no longer satisfactory to them. Sweet as the honeydew melons.
I believe it's... Why would you do that when you talk about melons?
That's my arthritis.
Good morning, Monica.
I have absolutely no idea, but it just must be old habits.
Old habits.
This is all day long. This is her. I really
and
need
this
to.
is just plain coffee today, guys.
We did have some fat coffee this morning, or what's it called? What kind of coffee is it?
Well, I don't think I like you calling it fat coffee. But it's coffee with coconut oil in it, and you good and put a little real cream, not half and half or anything.
It is magical because it makes my brain think and it makes me not hungry forever.
I need to do something to help his brain think.
So yeah, we'd been doing intermittent fasting, and still I'd wake up every freaking day and I'd be starving.
Yeah.
So now I don't get hungry anymore.
So because normally we're not eating till about 1 or 2. And any of you that are familiar with keto and intermittent fasting, and you're going to tell us that the fat coffee or the bulletproof coffee, as lots of people call it, is going to break the fast. We're not at 8 because it's a different thing. And anyways, we're willing to do it.
At the same time, I'm right now down at my probably 5.5 kilos.
Brian Paul is watching, and Rosemary is saying that you have to 2 weeks alone in total isolation. If you have nowhere to go alone, you have to go to a hotel room. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see what's happening.
Yeah,
Good morning,
by the
Brent.
time we go back, we hope all of this silliness.
Some of this is
done, because this is silly.
John and I have been quite careful here. Yes, we do go shopping. Well, John has hardly been out of the house except for Suka and the doctors. And when I do go out, I do wear the mask and I do put the hand sanitizer on. So we are being careful.
Silly.
We're careful. But I'm not willing to put my dad at risk either.
No.
Although, so we'll figure out what to see if there's been a lot more cases here in the area, because that would be another thing. Right now, there's very few cases that we are aware of.
Okay, that was an interesting thing that the PragerU, his last name's Prager, so I don't remember what his first name is. And he's talking about how in New York City, all of the deaths, but in Wyoming, there's been 2. So he says, what happened if all of the deaths were in the Midwest and none were in New York? Would New York shut down? We already know the answer to that. So it's just nuts that the whole world has to suffer based upon these clusters. And in New York, they live in not sewers, this is called subways, which is like the sewer people. And everybody is kind of like this. And I mean, you'd think that it would be like that in Mexico City, because Mexico City has got way more people. And why are we not hearing about Mexico City's numbers?
I have no idea, honey. I have no idea. I was just looking to see if someone else is posting on some of the other sites, and now I just can't. I simply can't find them. But a friend of ours posted that he just unplugged his Wi-Fi box and he heard some swearing across the street. So I just thought that was cute. I'm pretty sure it was just a joke, but you never know.
Yeah, well, I have to hear swearing too. Usually at me. Angrily yelling, screaming. She doesn't, but if she was,
I'm going to start.
Yeah.
So over the weekend, a gentleman had a heart attack and died this weekend. So our heartfelt condolences go out to Dana and the family. Yeah.
Mike was a good guy. I like
Mike was a good guy. Yeah. Everybody loved Mike. And so that is a sad thing. But it is.
Yeah, we've had there's been a few shock deaths in the last little bit here. Mm-hmm. All COVID related.
No, he's lying.
Not a single one was, but according to everybody else, that has to be COVID.
Oh, my husband is so sarcastic. I just don't understand.
I can be For a while I wasn't, but that was a brain injury. Who knew? It's true. My mom's like, "You're not an A. You've been on A hold." So yeah, I'm like,
oh, Randy's on. Hi, Randy. How are you?
Kind of felt
From
like
BC?
I wasn't an a-hole, but then now I am again. Hi.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever going to go away, to be honest with you.
No, but that's the reason
whatever.
for the blood pressure meds, because they don't want things squirting out of my brain.
What is the matter with you?
I have no idea. So I think we need to take me to the doctor soon if we've got nothing else to discuss right now, do we?
I have to go to the doctor's, all right.
I do have to go to the doctor's. Dr. Morrow is still open. The guy should be retired, but he doesn't want to retire. It's funny, he just hangs on. So he opens Monday to Saturday or Friday?
I think he's open Saturdays, half days.
9 to 2, which is a half day. So is he 9 to 2 on Saturday also?
9 to
If you know,
10 to 1, something like that.
So he does that, and he only charges 300 pesos. I mean, there are less expensive doctors, but he's a good physician.
Yeah.
I mean, he's done and seen everything here that has to happen. He's the guy who diagnosed my dengue. Did I have dengue? Yeah, dengue. Dengue. It was pretty crazy because I had a rat odd. So I go see him. He's like, "Oh yeah." Instantly he says, "You've got dengue." I'm like, "I don't have dengue." He's like, "You've got dengue." So I called Christie up. She was in Canada at the time. I'm like, "You're not going to believe this. I'm Superman." I keep hearing how dengue knocks everybody on their butt and, everybody boo-hoo-hoo. I've got dengue. I'm immune to it because I can do anything. The next day, on my care of me, the ones that were still here.
Biggest in the world.
Yeah, didn't sleep for 3 days straight. Christy comes home. Yeah, you came home when I had it. So yeah, I asked her to go get some Tylenol 3s because I had been on ibuprofen. And I'm like, "Yeah, Dr. Morrow, the only thing that's helping me is ibuprofen." He's like, "Stop taking ibuprofen." He says, "You can actually get hemorrhagic dengue and you'll bleed out from the inside with this stuff." Yeah, it was, I would not wish dengue on my worst enemy. They call it
especially if he's a man.
bone
Rhonda
fever.
DeRush Kirkpatrick is saying hi. Finally catching our morning post. Excuse me.
Yeah, normally it looks a little better. We're a little bit more saturated. Camera, like redder, oranger. We're on right here. 9 to 1 every day except Sunday. Thank you, Dr. Morrow, for all you do.
Kim.
And thank you, Kim, for letting us know. I knew what I was going to say.
That'd be a first.
Yeah. So I think we're done. I think it's time for me to go visit Dr. Morrow and tell him how amazing he is and how much we appreciate him. Because the last few times I've been to him, he wouldn't even take money because it's all based upon the same thing. He's crazy. He's crazy. I keep wanting to give him money and he won't take it. But,
Bonnie is saying good luck.
thank you. Need that. So I think we're done, huh?
My cousin said we're fun to watch. That's because it's the first time, David. I'm guessing after you watched us a few days in a row,
it's always more of the same.
We get old.
Yeah, it's just me complaining about being trapped in my house with her and her saying how lucky I am to be married to her. That is it in a nutshell. We can probably do this every day for 15 seconds.
You're pretty right, actually. You are actually pretty accurate.
Okay, before we sign out, say how amazing my wife has been, because I have been out of it.
The biggest freaking baby in the world.
Like, I've had to lay down for 2 weeks and I'm not having fun doing this. This is killing me. I've got a sore back and blah, 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 blah. And she keeps taking care of me.
I haven't killed him yet.
She has not killed me yet. She'll say, take this. It's going to taste a little like burnt olives or almonds. Don't worry about it. It's fine. And I'm like, but I think this is antifreeze. And she's like, no, it's his uncle. No, don't. Just drink it and shut up.
Such a weirdo.
Yeah. So, guys, have a fantastic Monday. If you're having a rough time right now, empathize. We can talk about it on the phone, on Zoom, whatever. We've got time. And if I'm in bed with my foot up, time. But I'm going to be up soon. I know it. So what else? have a fantastic Monday. Be kind to one another. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. What else? Don't kill your spouse.
Yeah, patience is a virtue.
Patience is a virtue. So, guys, have a good one. We will talk to you soon. You gonna say goodbye? Bye. This is where it's awkward now. Now I'm hitting finish. Gonna hit